Hello and welcome to NO Motoring. I'm Hakeem and in this video I'm going to review the 2009 Vauxhall Corsa. The Corsa was first introduced by Vauxhall, also known as Opel outside of the UK, in 1982. This is the fourth iteration, which was introduced in 2006 until it was replaced by the current generation in 2014. The Corsa is one of the best-selling used cars in the UK, and with good reason. They're affordable, have good styling, and there is a wide range of engines and trims to suit everyone's needs. The one I'm reviewing in this video is a 1.2 SXI with a 5-speed manual gearbox. So I'm 6'2" and this is my driving position. As you can see, I've got plenty of headroom here. The seats adjust in height as well as fore and aft, and the driving position is really good. I don't feel too cramped in here. Rear passenger space is average, so if you have a tall driver and you're tall yourself, it might be a good idea not to sit behind the driver's seat. As you can see, my knees are touching the back of the seat and my head is also touching the roof lining. Having said that, I am 6'2", so I don't represent the average height, but I've got just about enough room to move about, so most passengers should have enough space to sit back here comfortably. The interior of the Corsa is really simplistic, with all buttons on the center console within easy reach and placed where you expect them. The audio controls take up the middle of the console, with the climate control buttons down at the bottom. All cars have steering wheel mounted controls where you can easily change the source of the audio and adjust the volume with your thumbs. These cars also come with a new style indicator switch where it has 2 levels, so you can flick the switch with light pressure in the direction you need to give 3 blinks, or apply more pressure for the second level to have continuous blinks. The headlight controls are down near the ignition, where you can also control the front and rear fog lights, as well as adjust the brightness of the backlight on the speed dials. Front seats have a bucket style design that is great for holding you in place during cornering. They also look pretty sporty with the red stitching on grey and black combo. In terms of interior storage, there are plenty of places to store various items. The glove box is the first port of call, and it's a decent size where you can keep paperwork and your locking wheel nut key. There is also a place to put your cup down as well as a card holder. Moving towards the middle, there are a further 2 cup holders under the climate control unit, and it's also where the auxiliary port is accessed. You'll also find a place to store a few coins here and more storage for cards. Above this is where the standard 12-volt power socket is for cigarette lighters or charging your electronics. Down here in the middle is another cup holder, which is slightly smaller than the 2 up front, but is still big enough to hold a can of Coke. Up here you'll find your standard interior lights along with the reading lights on either side, and there's further lights around the back for passengers. Moving on to the front door pockets, you'll find another cup holder along with space to store various other items, and up here just below the door handle there is further storage space to store very small little items like your pens and pencils. Coming round to the back of the car, the Corsa's boot is actually bigger than you'll get in a Ford Fiesta at 285 litres versus 276 litres, so you'll easily fit your weekly shopping in here. Up here on the left you'll also find storage for your first aid kit, and on the right you'll find storage for your car jack accessories, so if you have a flat tyre, you've got all your items in here to change the wheel. Down underneath the floor you'll also find a full-size spare wheel for this car. The steering is a bit heavier than some rivals, while the 5-speed gearbox found in most models is a little notchy and slow to shift, but the change is positive, although the big gear lever feels awkward in your hand. You can also find a 4-speed automatic, but only comes in a 1.4 litre engine. The steering doesn't offer much feedback about what the front wheels are doing, and most engines feel pretty lifeless. The same can be said about the chassis, which is set up for comfort and refinement rather than agility. The entry-level model is the 1 litre petrol but with just 60 horsepower. The 3-cylinder unit struggles for pace and feels sluggish. The 80 horsepower 1.2 litre found in this car is a better bet if you intend to cover more than 10 miles. There's also a 1.4 litre unit but only has 90 horsepower and isn't much quicker. The engines need to be revved hard to achieve decent momentum, and you'll need to downshift when faced with a hill. It may not be as good to drive as a Ford Fiesta or as refined as the Volkswagen Polo, but all in all, the Corsa is a decent all-rounder with good standard equipment, low running costs, and with plenty on the used car market for less than £3,000, a great choice if you're looking for a good value small hatchback.